It was almost 10 years ago. I left football in 2010 and I joined a discretionary fund manager, which I didn't know what I was joining or what I was doing at the time. I decided that playing in the lower leagues wasn't, whilst I loved it and I'd had 10 years of football and that lifestyle, it was great. It was time to get a bit serious and work out how I was going to afford to live in London and have a house and cars and holidays and all the other things that come with life as you get older. A friend of mine was recruiting for a discretionary fund manager. They were starting a sports division, and he phoned me and asked if I knew anyone, a big name ex-player that might want to work full time in the industry. And I couldn't really think of anyone, and they couldn't really find anyone. And so I said, well, what about if I speak to the MD, because I'm willing to train and willing to be moulded. And I still had connections in football. I still had some friends that were playing at high levels. I still knew some agents, and I met with the MD, and we got on quite well. And that was really how it started. I was brought in as sort of business development. I worked with a guy who was a chartered financial planner. He did the advice, and I did the sort of intros and the networking, whilst working for my diploma and then my chartered. So that was my intro into the industry. 2010 that was. Mentally, I was ready for the change. I was ready to step away from full-time football and from being super fit. And I think my habits towards fitness have changed massively in the last 5 years, definitely. Initially, it wasn't a huge issue. I was still playing part-time, so I was training a couple of times a week, and I was playing on a weekend at non-league level. So it was a gradual change. I was super lucky that the role I had was very much out of the office. I don't think I could have done a sort of a normal, in inverted commas, desk job. It just wasn't my style. So I was quite lucky that it fit and suited. And look, it was difficult to move away from being as fit as I was. That's the one thing I miss, is being really super fit. But like I said, mentally, I was ready for the change. I was ready to develop other skills and do other things, so I didn't find it too difficult. As I've got a bit older and I've moved to running my own business, I'm now back in pretty good shape. I run quite a lot. I go to the gym most days, and my days are not tailored around fitness, they're not, but it's part of my lifestyle. And actually, if I feel good and I'm fit and I'm healthy mentally, it helps me. It helps me do better work. It helps me feel strong, isn't the word, but it just makes me feel physically comfortable, physically confident, and just I'm better if I've been to the gym and I'm feeling good. So it's part of my day today. From a football perspective, the life element is sort of less relevant. It's more about the empathy and understanding their situation, understanding how delicate it is, how it can change very quickly, understanding that it's not always going to be positive. There's going to be very high highs and very low lows, and there's more lows than there is highs in football. So it's being able to provide some balance and some perspective. From my business owner clients, I think we're able, again, I think perspective is really the key. We're lucky enough that we work with some people that are very successful from a financial standpoint, but it's about trying to get them to understand the balance and what success means to them. It's not all about the money. It's more about life is short. You don't know what's around the corner, so can you enjoy it? Can you spend time with the people that are most important for you? When you look back in years to come, what's your legacy going to be? Are you going to be super proud of your business, or are you going to be super proud that you've raised 3 amazing children, or whatever it is? It's just being able to provide a sounding board and a perspective for people to be able to understand, what's most important to them and how they want to see themselves. Try and find something you enjoy and do that. So whether it's running, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's classes, whether it's Barry's boot camp, or whether it's whatever it is, try and find something. And if you find something you enjoy or that you feel gives you benefits, try and make it as part of your lifestyle. Don't do it as a secondary, do it as a primary, because you'll have enhanced benefits elsewhere from doing the things that you love and you enjoy. Being physically fit can mean various different things to various different people. Obviously, there are different ages and fitness levels, etc. But there's a lot of benefits to a 20-minute walk a day. And, obviously, I'm lucky that I've got a dog and we walk a couple of times a day. But when I'm there, I'm usually listening to something, or it's a podcast or a book or something along those lines. And that's how I'm getting enjoyment, or, I'm taking time away from, thinking about all the day-to-day stresses that life has. And it's a clear my mind type exercise. So that's where I say find something you enjoy, because whether it is books or audio books or just some time for some blue sky thinking in the park or whatever it is, just getting out there, some fresh air can have quite a lot of benefits to whoever you are. Life is much easier when you're physically fit. Everything becomes a little bit easier. Going up the stairs is easier. You need to chase after the kids, it's easier. When your body is active and used to being active, you're more mentally aware. You have quicker reactions to things, or you can calm down quicker. All of those things, it brings the benefits to anyone and everyone. So just doing something 2, 3, 4 times a week, whatever it is, can be far more beneficial than doing nothing.